Hello, we are back to our word of the day. We took a little break to give us some time to write a vocab story, but now we are back with some new words. So today's word is dialogue. And this is a word that you probably have heard before. It's good to review it, and it's really important in an English class. So dialogue as a noun can mean several things. It can mean a conversation between two or more people, and that's probably the most common definition. It also refers to the words spoken by the characters of a play or of a story. So anytime Odysseus is having a conversation with someone, that is a dialogue. Specifically in a text, there's dialogue when there are quotation marks. Dialogue also means a literary work written in the form of a conversation, and it can also be an exchange of ideas or opinions. For example, earlier this year during the summer, there was kind of some drama when No Name, who was a rapper, was saying some things, and people thought she was talking about J. Cole, and then J. Cole released a track. People thought that she was talking about No Name, and so their songs, they both released songs that kind of had a dialogue, go back and forth with each other. All right, so here are some connections to our curriculum and to STEAM. All right, so synonyms are conversation, communication, argument, and scripts. Antonym is monologue. A monologue is when just one person talks, so it's just one voice. That's different. Some STEAM connections in the dramatic arts. Remember, art is the A in STEAM. Dialogue is often used to create a play. And then also, just sort of in the professional world, and STEAM Day is coming up at some point, all professionals engage in a dialogue within their cohorts, meaning like their peer groups. So, for example, Saturday morning, I met an artist through Georgia State, and we discussed how to use collage in my English classes. And so that was a dialogue between professionals. Specifically in English and in class today, in Book 16, Odysseus and his son, Telemachus, will reunite and engage in a dialogue. Also, plays are written in dialogue. So one thing I want us to think about today is, what do you think Odysseus and Telemachus have to say to each other after 20 years apart? Just think about that. Okay, and just a couple more examples. As I said, the conversation between Odysseus and his son is going to be a dialogue, back and forth. Also, they will have quotation marks. That'll be another clue. Other ways that we use dialogue in this class are collaborative documents. Those are an exchange of ideas and opinions. So those collaborative documents we do every week, that's actually a dialogue. And it's meant to virtually take the place of like an in-class discussion we would have. And our weekly discussion questions are also a dialogue. Dialogue as a form of communication is very important in English classes, in our class, so that we can share ideas and learn from each other. All right, so the last thing is just before we start reading today, I want you to think about, what do you think Odysseus and Telemachus will have to say to each other after 20 years apart? Telemachus probably doesn't have memories of his father, and they've never spoken to each other because he was just an infant when his father left. So before we start reading, think about if you want to share any ideas you might have about what they may say to each other in this reunion. And that was our word of the day.